Alright, so we are back once again mining netherrack. I have made some progress since last video. I am actually at 1.6 mil netherrack, so I'm hoping to get my boots by next Monday, because if you didn't know, you can only get them on Monday at 11 p.m. CST. You can always change that into your time zone, so for some people it's going to be a different day, but for me it is Monday 11 p.m. CST, and then I'll have my full Kudra follower set so I can get my Kudra artifact. Spent some time yesterday getting Eelman his, because Eelman did me the gracious favor of loaning me his Devon's drill so that I could get the leggings, so I now have the leggings. Which is very, very pog. So him, Candy Pat, and Stuffy were all able to get the Kudra follower artifact yesterday. That's going to be the next talisman on my goal, because I missed Shen's auction this morning, and I still don't have Pandora's box or Artifact of Control. However, including my bank, I am now up to 4 bills, so I am ready to be making these purchases. Alpha just came out today, another reminder for those of you if you want to check out Alpha. With the new changes to everything, as long as I finish filling up my museum before Skyblock levels V2, as well as doing all the Nucleus runs, Spooky, Mining Fiesta, and Fishing Festival, I will be Skyblock level 320, baby! Which is very, very pog, and now I'm just gonna have to get YouTube rank so I can match my prefix to my rank color. But let's get into the main content of the video. How to map out progression. Now this is applicable to many other things, not just Skyblock, and I think I have a very good system for it. And with Skyblock levels V2 coming out, there is going to be explanations of what you need to be doing, what's the most efficient thing for you. However, those are still disabled on Alpha, which is why I brought up Alpha. And I think there's going to be an issue with the system where it's not going to factor in what mare is active, because most of what you're grinding, at least once you get into late mid-game to late game, should be based on what mare is active, just so you can do everything more efficiently. Early game, mares don't matter as much, because you're just trying to unlock access to everything, grind collections, grind money so you can get gear, so you can have those gear requirements unlocked. But mid-game to late game is where mares start to matter. I think it's going to be extremely helpful for every single person watching this video to learn how I like to map out progression, so I'm going to give it to you anyway. Even though it might become irrelevant for Skyblock, it'll still be relevant for every other thing you choose to do in your life. Number one thing that I do is make lists. Lists are very powerful. There are a lot of billionaires when you interview them where they talk about how they make lists. They have a group set of tasks that need to be completed for the day, and they make sure they get them done. What I personally do is I have a set of tasks. I don't map them out in like time frames, but I'll have a certain amount of tasks that I need to get done that day, and I won't go to bed until I have them done. Now, most of the time, it's not like too much work, because that's how you get super burnt out. But like, for example, my to-do list today is to get this video recorded, make the thumbnail for it, have it edited before tomorrow at midnight. You can set yourself deadlines, because I always seem to work better with deadlines, because I'm a procrastinator. So if I set myself deadlines, if I set them sooner, I will get the individual task done sooner. I have Crimson Isle dailies on there, because I still need to get to 28k reps so I can swap back to Mage Faction so I can get Queen Nyx on Apophone Contact, because those are going to be worth Skyblock XP. With levels V2, I have Crystal Hollows daily, because I'm just about at 17 mil powder. I would be at 18.5 if it wasn't for Peak of the Mountain, but I'm just at about 17 mil powder, so I still need another 3 mil powder to max that out. And this leads me into my next point. When is the most efficient time for you to be doing stuff? For example, for powder mining, it is not worth it for me to powder mine right now when doing dailies with powder buff gets you like 60-70k powder every single day. I don't gain anything from doing powder mining. I actually lose out on time efficiency, as opposed to me just doing dailies, which take 10 minutes instead of devoting 20 hours to finish powder grinding. Same with doing dungeon dailies. That's what I am doing right now, because whenever it's not Paul, it's not the most efficient time for me to be doing dungeons. So I do dailies, and then I move on to whatever else I have to get done with that day, because dailies give you bonus XP. Overall, that's less runs that you need to be doing to hit Cata 50, class average 50. It just makes everything more efficient. And it doesn't bore you out of the game as fast, because you're not spending tens of hours grinding every single day, whereas you're just doing an hour a day. It's still as fun, you still have a chance of rare drops, you're still getting the most amount of XP there is. The second big thing that affects efficiency whether or not there's a skill XP boost or there's any kind of boosted XP, you should be doing tasks such as farming, foraging, especially during Derpy, especially during that 10% more XP boost for all of December that just ended because it's January. I was doing a ton of dungeons during that time because overall, that's going to be less XP that I'm going to need to hit Kata 50, to hit class average 50. So it's just being able to organize what you need to be done. So do Slayers during Aatrox, mine during Cole, do the Diana events if you still need the talisman and you want to make money. Level pets during Diana. Stuff like that. Like, this is all stuff that can be organized and timed out in terms of what you should be doing. Or if there is an update that's going to come out. Like, for example, what Deathstreak's Perm did for Kudra is they grinded like PVs full. 54 stacks of stars to be prepped for T5 Kudra because they knew that grinding Kudra would be a lot of money, and it was a lot of money. That first day, insta-sell 700 mil worth of essence in like 10 hours of grinding. That's 70 mil an hour just off of essence. That's not including any of the drops, any of the god roll drops. It is almost always better to prep for an update in terms of buying things because the price is going to go up, and the more money you save, the more time you save, the more time efficient you're being. This guide is all about efficiency, all about how you should progress, when you should progress. However, there's always going to be an issue with skill issue, boredom, all that stuff. And once again, I do want to reiterate, it is a game. If what you're doing isn't fun, don't do it. Like, if this doesn't sound fun to you, don't do it. Play the game how you want to be played. However, if you do want to fast track your way to late game, this is the best way to do it. This is how 15H is doing it. 15H went all the way from Kata like 30 to Kata 50 in the span of one Derpy because Derpy gives you a 50% XP boost on class XP and Kata XP, and he took full advantage of that. He played dungeons for probably 80 hours during Derpy to get all the way to Kata 50 because he knew that that was the time to do it. Otherwise, it would have taken him like 120 hours. And that, my friends, is 40 hours of downtime. If you guys do have any questions, make sure to join the Discord or comment them below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I read every single comment. I appreciate you guys. If you want to see more videos like this is kind of back to what I used to upload. I used to upload just commentaries while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, talking about a certain topic. If you guys do like those style of videos, make sure to let me know. Because I'm doing like half of this, half of those highly edited videos of my hard progression that I think is a lot of fun. I still have probably 2 months worth of progression I need to catch you guys up on. But if you guys do like the style of video, let me know. And I will see you guys later. Yadi is out.